A taste of two cities. The city of Sao Paulo, Brazil has hundreds of Japanese restaurants. A word away, in Hamamatsu, Japan, there are many places to buy and eat Brazilian food. Why is each country's food so popular in the other? The answer to this question dates back to the early 20th century. In 1908, people from Japan began moving to Brazil to work on coffee plantation. Many of the Japanese immigrants called Nikkei moved to Sao Paulo and settled in a neighborhood called Liberdade. Like many immigrants, they spoke their native language and prepared traditional foods from their home country. Over time, the Nikkei opened many Japanese markets and restaurants in the Liberdade district. Today, this neighborhood has one of the largest Japanese communities outside of Japan. Restaurants sell ramen noodles and sushi on every corner. Also, each weekend, there are a large street market. Street sellers sell traditional Japanese goods and foods. The event is popular with both city residents and tourists. In the 1980s, 3 generations after the first Nikkei settled in Brazil, a reverse migration began to take place. Over 300,000 Japanese Brazilians moved to Japan, mainly to work in electronics and automobiles factories. Many settled in Hamamatsu, a city on the east coast of Japan. Most Japanese Brazilians spoke their native language, Portuguese. They also missed the foods and culture of Brazil. Over time, a number of Brazilian restaurants and stores opened in Hamamatsu. Today, there is still a large Brazilian population in the city. All over Hamamatsu, food shops and restaurants sell traditional Brazilian foods such as pão de queijo, a type of bread, and feijoada, a meat stew with beef and pork. Today, it's possible to eat excellent Japanese foods in Sao Paulo and traditional Brazilian cuisines in Hamamatsu. Whether Japanese Brazil or Japan, it's worth visiting these two cities to experience the taste and cultures of the unique immigrant communities.